Greetings, I am Thomas Jefferson. I need Lewis and Clark for my expedition because Meriwether Lewis is one of my good friends who I trust, and I'm asking for him to bring someone along with him. He chose his former Army General, William Clark, to help him on his journey. Lewis will document new plants and animals, while Clark will make maps of the rivers and trails. I wish them both good luck and a safe journey to the west.
Yes, sir, we will do this.
Let's start by rowing up the Missouri River.
We have tough weather to overcome while we're on this journey.
Okay, let's keep that in mind as we work on our goal.
Our goal is to find a Pacific Ocean and meet new Indian tribes.
True. And I'll bring my dog and men along the way to help us pull up the Missouri River. We'll be going against the river, so it'll be difficult for the men. Let's just try not to run into any mountains.
Okay, let's start packing now.
All right. Lewis and Clark started their expedition in St. Louis, Missouri, and started up the river. The crew of men started May of 18. I'm really nervous, but I believe we can do it.
Oh my, look at those rushing rapids.
That's okay. We're going to have to push through for the president.
Those rapids were hard, but we did good. Good job.
Is it getting cold, or is it just me?
I'm getting cold too. There could be a cold front coming through, or even worse, a storm.
Yeah, let's stop and set up camp.
Okay. The men finally made it to the Great Plains and were in present-day Nebraska. Sergeant Floyd had died along the way of unknown causes. They reached buffalo country, which meant the buffalo hunters were near. Soon the harsh winter would delay their journey. The harsh 5 months of winter are here, and they are hit hard with many blizzards. Lewis and Clark are staying with the Shoshone Indian tribe, and there was Sacagawea, a 16-year-old Indian girl who was pregnant with her son, later named John. I think Sacagawea would be a great help. She knows what's edible and what's not.
That would be great, and she would also help us translate with other Indian tribes.
Imagine if we could just fill up with meat and use fur for warmth.
That would be great. Now let's get back on the road. Those are really big falls. We are not going to cross that.
Yeah, let's go around.
The men were faced with many difficulties with bears, weather, and the growing elevation. The men feared they would run into mountains because it would slow their journey down. The Missouri Falls were found, which meant they had to go around it. Many men were fatigued and weak from carrying the heavy logs, canoes, up the hill. Sacagawea helped with the finding of food and water. She helped with healing the men with food.
Oh no! Rocky Mountains ahead!
September 1805, the Rocky Mountains were entered, and horses were needed. The men found the Shoshone tribe before entering the Rockies. There, Sacagawea found her long-lost brother and was given horses for the long journey ahead of them.
We need to get out of here quick. We won't survive without food for much longer.
I know, we're all feeling weak and we can't lose men when we're going this far.
But we're gonna have to get through because that's what's on our compass and we got to stay on path.
Right. We need to send a search party out to find the Shoshone tribe now. Let's go.
On it.
Look, wildlife! Food! Good thing we got over those Rocky Mountains.
Good thing we found lush forest to make boats. Now we can hunt and game.
Food is a big priority right now. We must find food.
The men found food and the land was moist and fertile. Trees were chopped down to make boats. Wow, this is the first time we're going downstream. This must lead into Pacific.
Right. But we're going down Grand Rapids and we must stay together, otherwise we can drown and others might as well too.
True.
Okay, I cannot get down there.
For the first time, the men were going downstream on the Columbian River. They found the source of the Missouri River, which is a big goal for Lewis.
We're almost there. I can feel it.
Yes, I hope we are.
Ocean in view!
In the end, the men found the Great Pacific Ocean. Through Indian fights and frigid Rocky Mountains, they made it to the end. They were in disbelief that they made it through this 8,000-mile trip across the country and were the first American citizens to travel across the New World. We did it. There it is. I think all the trouble was worth it. rewards are truly great at the end. After the 2.5-year trip, Lewis and Clark made it safely back home, it only taking 6 months on the way back. Lewis discovered 178 plants and 122 new animals, while Clark mapped the new land to guide pioneers traveling to the west. Sacagawea stayed with her tribe on the way back and wasn't seen again by the men. The United States wouldn't be the same without the Lewis and Clark expedition.